All right. Up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Get Hype as Fuck. Tonight we're doing the show. It's called Welcome. That is because we're going to be kind of doing another episode strange related to last night. We're going to have another longtime street teamer, Jason Strange, with us tonight. So we're going to talk to him. And as always, if you guys can, I'm putting up a link on the screen right now. You can't click the link. Oh, it didn't even show. Never mind. That's dumb. Scratch that. But if you guys are watching, please make sure to comment where you're watching from. If you're watching from YouTube, if you're watching from the group or the main page or my page, feel free to drop any questions, guys. We love the questions, so keep them coming. And let's jump right into it. I'm going to bring my on.
What's up, everybody?
Right. Welcome, everybody. Jason Strange. What's up, fam?
Not much. How are you doing?
Pretty good. You are my first victim of my podcast in the house, so I guess I better put that out there for everyone. If we have technical difficulties, Jason, I will get you back on the show. And everyone, I apologize ahead of time. So far, I think it's going to be all right. But just to let you guys know. First off, Mr. Jason, how old are you and where are you from?
So I am 30. I will be 31 in October, and right now I live out in Goodyear, Arizona. So it's hot out here. I think it's I don't even know what it is right now. I know it was 115 earlier,
Oh my God.
but
It's pretty hot here
that's
too, but I
summertime.
don't think we're touching that.
Yeah, I think
Wow.
I'm ready to head out, move somewhere. It's too hot.
We're at 81. Yeah, we're only at 81, so we're I think we hit 90 today. So a little bit of a cool streak for us, but nothing compared to what you're dealing with out there. I am sorry for that.
And that's in Colorado, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know if I caught. How old are you?
30.
30. And how long have you been listening before we get into the street team? How long? When did you in Strange?
Here, I'm sorry. Can you say it one more time? Because it did cut out a little bit.
Yep. Service a little. When did you discover?
So I discovered Strange Media. I'm trying to remember what year it was. I believe it was around 2000. I'm gonna say 2006. I actually know. I don't. I'm sure you know Brett Mitchell out here in Arizona as well.
I know
I
of him.
met up with him. Brett. Yeah, I met him at I believe it was at a hookah lounge. One time he was handing out the whenever the KOD came out. It was KOD, a bunch of KOD samples. So that's how I actually first discovered about strange music and all that. And I think it was about 4 years later, happened to just run into Brett again as far as joining the street team. Start putting up, flyers everywhere. And I did that for about 9-10 years.
Oh, so you've been doing this for quite a while then too.
Yeah. As far as flyers and everything like that, I currently don't do that, at least with strange music, but I do for Odyssey and Earhouse.
So, what kind of got you attracted to the music? What made you a technician or a stranger?
So when I first got started listening to Tech Nine, I believe the first song I heard was "Show Me a God," and as soon as I heard that song, it was very I would say therapeutical for me because back in that time I was in some hard times. Bunch of friends passing away already, and all that, and I just felt like Tech Nine and everybody on Strange Music, at least at that point too, um, saved me a little bit from not going down the rabbit hole.
So,
Um,
it's pretty safe to say that strange music saved your life too.
yes, absolutely, absolutely. I got ever since then. That's when I started getting, um, all the tattoos, and if I can even pull it up, I got a whole sleeve, the pledge on my back, and everything. So, I, tattoos I'll never regret. Yes, I like that.
Yeah, God, kind of I realized that I unintentionally kind of have like a band sleeve going on. I have my strange music, the ear house, and then my Dark Lotus cross. So I guess I'll just
Okay.
kind of keep adding my street teams and stuff over here is what I think's gonna happen.
That's what I'm gonna start doing too. My next one, once I want to do an ear house one, probably right next to this one I got like over 10 years ago.
Man, it still look dark and full of color too for being 10 years old.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got it redone only once, but that was still like 5 years ago.
So, have you gotten the opportunity to meet any of the artists, whether they're currently on Strange or not
Yeah,
anymore?
yeah. I do like that question because I get that asked a lot too. But I'm trying to remember everybody. But it did first. I believe the first artist I met, it would have to be probably Tech Nine and Chris Calico, obviously from when I was doing the street team and everything. But uh, almost the whole, I would say I met pretty much every single person that's been on Strange Music or is on currently. The only person I never met was Big Scoop, but
I
I
have
believe
not
I met
met him.
everybody else. Yeah, throughout all that time.
Do I know this is an question to ask, but I have to ask. Never know. But do you have a favorite, whether it's strange music or not? Do you have a favorite artist?
Mm. Um, let's see. I would. So I obviously besides Tech Nine, I would have to say probably Chris Calico. The only reason why is because he is one of the artists that um, actually got to know personally as well, and he's one of the artists that doesn't have a problem reaching out to fans, right away. Every time I've messaged him, most of the time he has responded back. But I would probably have to say him. I do, like I said, I do love everybody on there, but I would probably have to say him.
I I definitely would have to agree with you. Him and Stevie Stone,
Yeah.
uh, because connected with me on a personal level, I guess you can say. So I lean more toward them than some of the others. And believe it or not, Tech Nine is one of the I have not met Tech yet. I haven't gotten that
Really?
opportunity. Nope. I've met quite a few of the other ones, but not him. So
And
definitely,
why? If Sorry, if you don't mind me asking, why is that? I just would have assumed you have.
I just haven't had the opportunity to be able to afford VIP tickets. I've, you know, every time he's come, the extra VIP purchase, and I haven't. I'm actually not a Strange Music Street team. Never have been. So that's
Gotcha.
another. Yeah, that's a common
Okay,
misconception. Everyone
that's why I was wondering about. Okay,
No, I'm actually only as far as Strange label ish, I'm only Earhouse and Odyssey.
gotcha.
Those are the only two. Well, and like I say, I officially claim myself street team for everyone I promote. So you can count
Right, everybody.
JL, yeah, Rec, you name it. So I happen to know that you are in the weed business as I'm over here getting high. So tell me a little bit about that.
Now, so I'm trying to see trying to remember what stuff I am allowed to tell you. Let's say that. I'm just kidding. No, I actually started. I haven't started not too long ago. I started in the industry about 4 months ago with the same company that I'm with right now, Steezy. I don't know if that company is out there in Colorado. I know it's out in California and Vegas. Um, but I'm not sure about Colorado. But if you ever get a chance to try them, we just do the pods, like cartridges, and just came out with the like infused pre-rolls and blunts. So that's what I do in my field.
Yeah, I've seen those blunts, and those were looking pretty tasty.
Yeah,
I do say so. Yeah.
yeah, it's just something brand new that's been out in that just came out a couple weeks ago in Arizona. So it's not in all states that's legal yet, but as far as I know, Arizona and California.
Well, hey, I mean, those are two good places to start branching out in the business. California, of all places, is one of the best cannabis industries around.
Right.
So,
Right.
what what do you do? Are you a bud tender? Are you the business owner? Or what do you do?
No, so I just work in the I guess you would say manufacturer packaging. So I just make the pre-rolls and blunts. Um, yeah.
Hey, that's pretty cool. I've seen you out there making some connections through what you're doing. And you've met a lot of,
Yeah.
big names doing what you're doing.
Yeah, because I did notice since I've only been here for like 4 months, but I noticed, when you work in the industry, sometimes you get to go to certain things for free, like a bunch of events and whatnot. Like an hour ago, I just came home for an hour ago from the Cannabis Business Expo that they have out here.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, just walking around and trying to learn. It's more like just trying to learn about the industry.
And what is your goal for the future in this industry? Are you planning on staying in this industry, or do you have outside other goals?
No, I plan on being in the industry, hopefully, where I'm still at right now, because nothing but good to me and everything, pay wise and whatnot. But my goal really is just try to get higher up as I can, whether it's not really a business owner. I know I'm not really going to be into that kind of field, but just somewhere higher up, managing and whatnot. Just something to support my family, because with my wife and 3 kids I got.
I did not know you had 3 kids.
Yes. Yeah, and that's another thing. So I know when I made a post on our event thing, just in case people ever had any questions, because I know people out there, they only know me as like, Jason Strange, just with Strange Music. Earhouse, Odyssey, and all that. But that's about it. No one really knows anything about me as far as like my normal life, you know.
Well,
So,
spill all the details you want to spill.
well, I mean, any questions too, like for anyone or you as well. Um, I'm an open book, really. Um, since we were just talking about the cannabis industry, I actually started smoking mainly well, obviously we all smoked, you know, when we were 12, 13, whatever, but here and there. But I smoke every day now because about 4 years ago, I got diagnosed with seizures, and it actually first started uh, with drinking. I had a bad alcohol abuse, but I've been sober with that. Just with alcohol, you know, I still smoke weed, but with alcohol, it's been. I believe this would be my shit. I don't remember, but this should be my third or fourth year in October. Um,
Congratulations.
Thank you, but I actually had to stop. We believe it was the cause of it with my seizures. Why they started because I was drinking. You know, after work, I would start drinking. So from like 6 p.m. to about 10 o'clock p.m. when I go to sleep, I'm already down about 30 pack of beer. Um, maybe a couple shots, depends. But that was an everyday thing for, you know, the 3-4 years straight. And so that just got to me. And apparently it might have caused the seizures, but also for a year and a half, 2 years, I actually ended up blind in my right eye. I just woke up like that one day, and they believe that was the cause of it as well.
Wow. Wow. So you regained vision back?
Yeah. So I do have vision. I'm sure it's, you know, my prescription, like with glasses and stuff like that. It changes every year, not like really bad, but it gets like just a tiny bit worse, you know, day by day, but it's not like anything serious. But yeah, I can, you know, drive and no,
So
everything normal stuff.
you quit drinking and you started cannabis or I mean not really started cannabis, but kind of
Yeah.
more started it for the seizures, and I'm
Yes.
gonna assume that it's been working for you.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been working, and that's also uh, and one of the another main reason why I started in the cannabis industry, because I know obviously you don't need a test negative, you know, for THC or anything, you know, when you apply for a cannabis industry job, most of the time at least that I know of. So it's, you know, something I don't have to hide. You know, I can go home, not worry about, you know, if I smoke, am I going to get drug tested the next day? Or so that was another
Exactly.
reason why.
That goes.
Yeah, because no
Yeah,
matter
that's
what,
part
I
of the
would
reason.
have. What was that?
That's part of the reason I work from home too.
Oh, you work from
I
home?
Yeah, I'm not gonna pass th a
Exactly.
THC test.
So yeah,
It's
there's
not
no way.
cool.
Yeah, I couldn't pass it up because I mean I was doing only two medications, you know, prescribed by doctors for my seizures. Uh, Went down to one, and then I actually so far almost 2 weeks now. I actually got to stop taking my last one, so I'm just on cannabis right now.
And what kind of cannabis is it? Is it flower, or is it like what form do you use?
Well, it depends. I do pretty much everything now. Um, to say, well, most of the time
But for
I
the
like to
medical,
say, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I like to say the word medicated most of the time, but as far as getting medicated and all that, when I first started, at least I found out it's called. I don't know if you know RSO by any chance.
no.
I don't know like full details of it, but it's called Rick Simpson oil, and if you look it up, it says it's mainly it does help with seizures and everything, but it's some kind of, like I said, I just started in the industry, so I'm trying to learn here. But I know it's from the plant and everything. It looks more like a tar type. It's in a syringe, but you only take like a pea-size amount, this liquid, and put it like under your tongue, in your mouth, or on your food. And mostly with people with seizures, they give it to them while they're having a seizure, and it stops within like a minute. For at least for most people, because there's been videos and everything of caregivers, like parents who give their like 6 month old this RSO like legally and everything, and it helps them as well right away. So it's crazy. Which I also have a year and a half year old son who has seizures as well.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So this is a touchy topic, so if you don't want to answer, please
No,
don't
go ahead.
feel. Are you going to possibly use THC as a treatment for your child as well?
So I did talk. It's been a while that I talked about it, like with my wife and everything, but uh, like we haven't obviously done anything yet. He's on medication right now that I mean, seems to be working. He still has seizures every day, but it's almost like a normal thing, not like freaking out about and all that. Um, but may possibly when he gets older, like I'm always up for consideration because I never deny, like, no matter what age really, for cannabis. I'm not saying underage people should try it. Like, that's
Yeah.
not what I'm saying. But like as far as parents, if they are able to use that for their children, if they do need it, yeah, I'm all for that.
Yeah, I think age should matter when it comes to medication. Obviously, and I will say it again, just a disclaimer: no one here is saying go get your children high. But
Exactly.
for medical applications, there's nothing wrong with trying to find something to help your child. Even if someone else disagrees with you, it's your child and you're just doing what you need to do as a parent to, make your kid healthy and happy in the end. It's not about drugs. So, oh man, I know you said you've been using for a while, but I mean, how can you remember the first time you got high?
Ooh, shit. Um, I would have to say 12 or 13. I would have to say, and it was just obviously, the people I was hanging out with that I found, after school, whatever, and people already smoking, and yep, same thing as pretty much everybody, I would think.
Yeah, pretty much. Now,
Yeah,
the next question is one of those kind of stoner, you did or you didn't. Do you think you actually got high your first time, or do you think it was
I
meh?
think I did, and to be honest, and I know a lot of people might think it's like a wuss kind of thing. I just vomited everywhere. It was bad. Like I didn't do it for. I think the next time I did, even after the first time, was like 4 or 5 months, maybe. Like I did
Wow.
not want to touch it. It was terrible.
That's surprising, to have a reaction like that and not, and then here you are now
Yeah,
working
yeah.
in the weed industry, kind of, you don't expect that, but
And this
just
is
kind of,
18 years later. Yeah.
it, it's, it's a transformation. I grew up against weed. I didn't like pot. I used to yell at my mom you're getting high. I used to flush her weed down the toilet, me and my brother
Yeah.
both. And now I'm a bigger pothead than she is, you know? It's the generation, I think.
Yeah. Oh, did I just? Okay, sorry. I was making sure I was on camera still because for some reason it went black on my end.
Nope, you're all good over here.
How do I turn that off then?
So how old are your kids?
So I do have a 7-year-old, one that's going to be turning, 6 next month, and then my 1.5 years.
Ooh, 1.5 years, so baby.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
kind
he
of.
got the seizures. Let's see. He was born in January, and uh, I'll always remember he got his first seizure November 1st. What was it? So last year? No, 2 years ago. Shit, this is what happens when I start smoking too much. But yeah, obviously when he was a baby, so he was born in January, and then that same year, November 1st, the day after Halloween and stuff, I'll remember that. Yeah, my wife called me saying he was having a seizure, and we had to go to the hospital and all that. It was
Do you
rough at first.
do you guys have a diagnosis of like what causes them?
Uh, I don't believe not what causes them. There is a diagnosis for the seizures, but not what actually causes them yet. I'm not sure how that works for young children, how they test that really. Like with me, at least, I was an adult, so I think it's easier when you're an adult. Um, they just, put wires on your head, and I had to have a camera watching me for 24 hours at home. Yeah, so I was just laying around for that 24 hours.
So, is it, I mean, if you're medicated, it's controlled, but is it going to be something that you live with for the rest of your life, basically?
I would say most likely, only because, like, let's say the last medicine I was just taking that I just got to be off of, it's called Depakote. Um, and I'm sure, like, even a lot of people know about that because, like, Chris Calico, I know he makes a lot of songs about Depakote as well. I believe he took it, when he was younger as well, because it's also for depression and anxiety as well. Um, but when I was taking that one, it was just making me feel like I was a zombie, walking around, just not really caring about anything, anyone, kind of thing. So eventually I was able to lower the dosage on that one. And funny thing is, the way I got to be off of it was because I just picked up my new monthly medication for it, and I lost it. So I called my doctor to try to just get another 30-month day or whatever. I don't know how that works. And all they told me was to, try the cannabis that I'm still using without taking it and see how that works, since I was already lowering down.
Personally, I love to hear stories about how you can get off a medication and use something more natural.
Right.
I've seen a story about, I want to say Charlotte or some little girl who uh who lived in a non-legal state and was having these seizures, and her parents had to jump through hoop after hoop after hoop to be able to get their child medical marijuana because it was literally the only thing that would help for her seizures. And and it's something like a tincture something along the lines like you were talking about.
Might have
And
been, it might have been that. Yeah.
yeah, and after so long, like this poor little girl couldn't go more than 20 minutes without a seizure, and now she can go days, and it's not because of pharmaceutical drugs, it was because of THC.
You know what?
It's a whole story.
I think I did hear about. You said her name was Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte's Web or something
So
like
yes, yes. So what's funny is when I first started getting the seizures, my very first thing I tried, it wasn't actually THC. It was the CBD because that was
that.
the only thing out here in Arizona. We just became, well, I first became medical, but recreationally at least, it just became legal. I think what, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago maybe. Um, but even before I got my medical card about 3 years ago, little less than 3 years ago, I could only get CBD since it wasn't legal or anything, and I didn't want to pay the $300 to get a medical card. Um, and so I got the CBD, and someone at a CBD shop mentioned that the Charlotte's Web and mentioned that same story. So that's where they came from. So if anyone, doesn't want to smoke THC or anything like that, that's what I recommend is Charlotte's Web. Um, I'm sure they can Google it and everything because I know they ship it to
Yeah,
people. So.
yeah, and I mean this was quite a few years ago before so many places turned around and started legalizing it too.
Yeah, and I know they still make it. Some dispensaries even sell them as well because all dispensaries sell, just CBD as well.
So I guess, do you have a favorite strain?
Um, it depends because I do have my favorite, like a lot whoever knows, as far as smoking and everything, but the sativa hybrid indica. So I have a favorite of each one of those. So like sativa ones, I don't know what they have, but Jack Herrera, have you heard that?
Yep.
So I like that one. That's all. That's what I have on this one right here. I just got it from that business expo. Um, there's that. Um, I don't remember which ones are hybrids, but there's one called GMO cookies.
Ooh.
I believe that's a hybrid. If so, that would be my top one there for that one. And then I would have to say Watermelon Z, which I don't know if a lot of cannabis places have that. I just know that one from my company, the Steezy company.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have not heard of that.
So it might be just from that one, but it could be at anywhere else. I'm not really sure though.
Now, do you have a favorite form? Do you prefer dabbing or your
Mhm.
pen or good old pipe joint
Yeah.
bong?
So probably the most is actually edibles, to be honest. I do everything else. Everything else that you mentioned the concentrate and dabbing and everything else. I have all of that. But most of the time it's edibles. I try to make my own. I have like a little infuser, you buy like for $100 and little tiny thing. But I try doing that most of the time because that one I can kind of dose because most of the time I don't take it to like, see what makes me get on my butt. Like it's mainly dosing and everything.
Yeah, I will admit I'm a smoke till I'm on my butt.
No,
I
yeah,
am
that's totally
on my
fine
butt.
too. Like I'm all for that too. I actually get like that all the time too. Like probably like on the weekends and stuff like that. I don't do it like if I for at least for me and everything, I don't do that if I have to go to work the next day because for some reason I just feel a little groggy in the morning kind of way. I'm not sure why, but on the weekends it's all fair game there.
It's all fair game.
So like right now, like just smoking the whole time while we're here.
Yeah, I it's different for you though because you do have a job you go to and you are a parent. So I have the luxury of not having any of those things. I can work from home and get high, and I don't have kids to look after. So, I'm one of the lucky ones.
Yeah, and that I would be doing probably the same thing.
So it's only fair that I ask if you have any questions.
I was probably going to ask a couple of them, probably the same thing. One of my main questions before I forget, because I'm so like, oh.
Yeah.
One moment, please.
I like.
All
So,
right.
oh man, let's say so. One of my main questions before I forget, because like with my seizure and everything, sometimes I do forget. But do you ever travel outside of like out of state for any shows or anything like that? Because like most of the time, with me at least, I probably cannot travel only because with my seizures, they can happen anytime and whatever. So my wife mainly drives around if I'm not at work. Um, so at some point we gotta meet up because you're in Colorado and I'm in Arizona, so it's not too far.
No, it's not too far, and I do this past year. I've gotten the opportunity to travel quite a bit, and I've been to. I got to see Chris Calico's very first Earhouse show in Topeka, and I got to see Stevie Stone down in Texas, and then those are the only. Oh yeah, and then we seen Chris again in Kansas for Stop the World.
Okay.
So I definitely travel, and Arizona is definitely on the list. I'm going through some changes in living arrangement right now,
Right.
so I'm back in the RV. But the end goal really is to get this thing running good enough to cross state lines and just live out of here and travel nonstop. So that's the goal, really, for shows,
Okay.
mainly for shows.
Right. Yeah, and so hopefully I can end up to an Ear House show at one point. There was supposed to be one Chris Calico I know was supposed to come out here to Arizona, and just I don't know, 100%, so I can't really say things whatever happened, but it got canceled as far as him showing up. It's all fine and everything, but I was supposed to actually work his merchandise booth that day as well, but unfortunately stuff just happened, and so I haven't technically been to an Ear House show.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're pretty few and far between right now, to be honest. I don't know of any coming your way. The closest one I could think of would be probably here in October. That would be closest to you, and that's still pretty far away.
You know what? Well, I don't know. We'll see about that because October's my birthday as well. So,
Oh, what day?
12.
I'm the 23rd of October.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
that'll be actually easy to remember because my wife is November 23rd.
Nice. That's my mother-in-law's birthday.
Oh, this.
All kind of connections over here.
Yeah. I guess my next question is, so you said you are doing stuff with Odyssey and Ear House as well?
Yep, I am. I'm actually the lead for Colorado Street Team Odyssey, and Yeah, and Ear House doesn't have leads, but I mean,
Right.
when promo time comes, I'm usually the one who picks it up. So
Right.
that.
And yeah, same thing with out here. There's not really like a lead or anything like that because we've only had one campaign or one tour, anything like that to do. So um, we each just like picked up our own thing and did it ourselves, kind of thing.
Mhm. Did I should know the answer to this, but was there a Odyssey show that went through your area this last tour?
So he's come by twice now. I got to attend the very first one, the very first Odyssey. So it was with I'm trying to remember now, Spade Ripper. Oh my gosh, who the hell?
Was it the
Twistella.
Fun Gang?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
Fun Gang. Oh my gosh, that dude is awesome. Like bunch of pictures and everything. Next to my Odyssey street team sticker. Well, back when I had my last car, I don't have any more. But yeah, he's Bacon's awesome.
yes. Shout out Fun Gang. They are awesome. I love those guys too.
Yeah, and
They
shout out to them and their baby. I haven't really followed up with him a lot lately. I just been busy and everything. Uh, so hopefully everything's going good with that.
Are there any shows coming your way soon that you're going to get to go to?
Unfortunately, not right now. There hasn't been anything that I'm aware of that's coming to Arizona as far as Odyssey, Ear House, or
Well,
Strange
in
Music or anything like that.
yeah, in general, because I know you do. I mean, even your events, because I've seen you hit up quite a few of those. Any upcoming? Are you going to meet any other cool celebrities anytime soon?
As far as meeting, I mean, I'm glad I got, through my years and everything, I'm glad I got to meet like so many celebrities. That'll be my last question, or well, not my last question, but another question I'll ask in a second. Um, but not that I'm aware of, nothing coming up or anything. But as far as show wise, that's like set and done because we got tickets like on pre-sale, but we're gonna see Shine Down with Jelly Roll.
Nice.
So that'll be finally get to see Jelly Roll because that's one of my all-time favorites as well. I mean, I was supposed to meet him when he was supposed to be on that tour with Tech Nine recently, and then I know he had prior engagements after COVID and everything. So
Yeah.
yeah, that didn't happen either, but that's okay. I'll still go see him as long as nothing happens till then. That's in October.
Yeah, I'm going to see Jelly on my birthday in October at Red Rocks. That's going to be a freaking party.
Awesome.
Yeah,
And
so
what day is that again? I'm sorry, you said
20,
23rd.
23rd. Yep.
I'll have to remember just in case. In case I go
Oh,
out
I'm
there.
going to be promo show when it gets closer. You can bet it's going to be. I mean, we're going to have tailgate in the parking lot with the RV, and all the Strange fam already has their tickets. So we're planning a big get together, big party. It's gonna be fun.
I'll have to look it up and everything, and hopefully it hasn't like sold out yet or anything. I haven't really looked it up recently, but I'll talk to my wife. Maybe we can try to drive down there because I know it's about a 15-hour drive.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
But we'll see. Um, see, and I already forgot what that question was now. That I was gonna ask you.
Um, well, I just asked you about your future events, so I am gonna go see Swisher Sleep here the end of next month. I want to say July
Okay.
30th with Lucky Bee Promotions and my buddy Widow. And there's going to be a whole bunch of other people there too. I don't have that information in front of me, but
Okay.
a bunch of my local guys. And are you familiar with Swisher?
As far as just name wise, yes, but I haven't caught up on any music yet or anything, but I need to.
I definitely would. I mean, I like his music, and he's right there with all of the kind of strange music stuff that we like to listen to, you know. I would
Okay.
definitely look him up. Um, One of my questions I ask every single one of my guests is, what is your favorite dinosaur?
Oh man, that's if I remember all of them. I would just have to just go ahead and say T Rex probably because that's the only one that my son loves. Well, not the only one, but that's what he always talks about because he's just like you. I know I've seen it all the time. He's a friggin' dinosaur fanatic. Wants everything dinosaurs. I always step on him around the house.
Yep, I got my little buddy right here with me, even on in the corner. My blue.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, it seems to be a trend with the guys. All the guys like the ones with teeth.
Yep. Yeah, that's
It's,
probably what it is. um,
uh,
but I know as far as like concerts and events and all that, I don't really with my seizures and all that, I don't go to too many shows now. I do, but I just go to a lot of just weed and cannabis events. That's where you get all the free stuff.
you do. You really do get a lot of free stuff from cannabis companies.
Exactly. Yep.
And who can go wrong with free stuff? Whether it's, and I know this because I have one of my cousins is in the industry, and she would come over almost every other day and be like, I got here, you want some wax? You want some butter? You want some of this? You want some of that? I
Yep.
got a new cartridge, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh my God, how much money do you spend on this? And she's like, oh, so and so came in today to the shop and I talked to him and they just gave it all to me for free. I'm like, there's like $200 worth of weed. Oh, I lost him. No. Try to get it back. If he taps in, hopefully he should be able to just, if you can hear and see me, you can use the same link to just try to click on to my watchers. Drop some comments. Who's watching? I can't see.
Hello. Hello.
We are back.
I am so sorry about that. Oh my gosh, I dropped my phone and it cleared it out. So I had to quickly try to join back on here.
Well, I'm glad you didn't break your phone.
Nope,
That would never be good.
I got carpet on here, so it's good.
Okay, so any more questions? I think I'm gonna have to probably wrap this up because my battery is dying.
Okay. No, not a problem.
So yeah, I mean, any more questions? I don't think I've.
Um, no, not any questions. Unless you or anybody else has any, but not to my knowledge, no. I think everything has been fine on my end here, and I don't know if you know, this is my very first podcast joining on, so I was nervous at first, but everything turned out good, I think. So
Well, I'm
yeah,
glad that I got to pop your cherry.
yeah. Well, yeah. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, I don't think there is any questions. So
Awesome. Well, you are always welcome back on the show anytime. It's an absolute pleasure talking to you, and um, I had a great time. I hope you had a great time.
yeah, I did. It was awesome.
Awesome. Well, to the people watching, thank you for tuning in. Jason, thank you for joining me. And until tomorrow, I will have Nick Gavici. Hopefully, I said that right. But tune in tomorrow, same time, 6 p.m. And have a good night, guys.
All right. Have a good night, everybody.